Hello and welcome to The Reading Room, the podcast brought to you by your Rowan County Public Library. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Henry.
And it's August, which means that, unfortunately, summer reading is over.
I think we need to take a moment to cry silently amongst ourselves now.
Yeah, a moment of silence for summer reading. It's a shame. It's always hard to see it go. But you know what? There's only 290 some days left till next summer reading, so it's fine. It's fine. But this was a good one. We had great numbers. Y'all really turned out for summer reading. I hope everybody had a good time. Everybody I've spoken to says that they did.
And we gave away kayaks this year, which is a thing that we've never done before. So I feel like, at the very least, people had to enjoy that, right?
Surely. I hope so. I hope that folks are out enjoying their kayaks in the summer weather right now, because I think that was great, but I'm concerned. What are we going to do next year to top it?
I don't know that we can top it.
So next year's summer reading theme, if I remember correctly, is something like it's all together now.
Yeah, something like that,
I think. And when I hear that phrase, what I think of is like a school teacher standing at the front of a classroom or something. It's like saying a thing and then the kids repeat it like, right. All right, now all together now. Da, 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 da. And so I'm interested to see how people are going to manifest that summer reading theme.
Yeah, I'm really interested as well because my first line of thought, because of the type of person that I am, was Jordan Peele's Us. I don't know if you've seen that movie or not, but just what is it called? I think it's Hands Around America or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's all the little, cut out paper dolls in a circle, like holding hands. Not a children's movie, by the way. If anyone's listening to this and is like, "Oh, what's that?" Don't watch it with your kids. Don't. It's horror.
Why would you think that?
It's nothing
That's
to do
a
with
horror movie.
Can't be summer reading related. So anyway, I hope that that's not where anyone else goes in their mind.
We give the best readers advisory, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, and viewers advisory and listeners advisory and any advisory advice that you may need.
Yeah. If you need advice, you come to the library. That's where you get it. And folks did come out for summer reading, so it was really great to see that. When I came into the building and all the decorations had been taken down, it was really jarring.
It was really, really heartbreaking watching them be taken down. Jess did it over the span of 2 or 3 days because she said that it was too sad for her to take them all down at once. But she had Ronnie helping her, and I was watching them take them down, and I was just like, no, can't we just leave them up?
Can't we just for just 5 more minutes?
5 more minutes, Mom.
Just 5 more minutes. Yeah, and the decorations seem to be a big hit. I just came out of another meeting, and someone said, "Oh, I love that pirate ship. That's so cute." I don't know of any other libraries that were doing summer reading this year that went with pirates to express the Oceans of Possibilities theme. I was like, why not? I just assumed everybody was. That seemed obvious to me because I don't think there were pirates in the official Sophie Blackall art for the theme this year, but there were sea monsters.
I mean, it's oceans, right?
Yeah. So when I saw sea monsters, I immediately thought pirate ships.
Who's going to fight those off?
Yeah.
Someone has to.
Yeah. You got to have a pirate ship.
You got to have a pirate ship.
Well, either that or the Argo, and that's a very specific story and experience.
So what I'm hearing, I guess, is just that we're very cool.
I think so.
We're very cool, and you should come here.
So far, everyone seems to agree. And it's been a hot summer, so you do want to be where the cool people are. Because
we do still have our pirate ship up for now.
Yeah.
So
enjoy it while you can.
Come check it out. The rest of our decorations might be gone, but it's not. Shout out to Hannah for spending weeks building that thing, by the way.
Oh gosh, it was so good though. It's so good, and I'm going to be very sorry when that is folded up and put away.
Me too.
I hope we're able to put it in storage and use it again for something, and we don't just have to send it to recycling.
I will be so sad. If it has to just be gone. It is a masterpiece.
Yeah, and I mean it's fine if it has to go. Things are impermanent. what is it they say on like the draw feed program? Destroy your art.
Yes. Yeah.
Just do it. Just destroy your art. Delete your art. But I get sentimentally attached so easily. It's like, no, I want it to stay forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when kids build stuff at Lego Club and we put it on display.
Yes.
It's like, no, don't take it down. And the kids are bothered way less than I am.
Oh, the kids want to like take it and smash it to pieces.
Yeah, and rebuild with
which is like the point.
Yeah, that's the point. Take Legos apart and build with something new with them again.
But they make such cool stuff.
They do, and I hate to see it go. But things come and things go, and that's just how it is. And speaking of things coming and going, now that summer reading has gone, so too have gone preschool story time and toddler time and children's story time on Thursdays, because we are so busy with back to school activities. We are going to be at every school open house in Rowan County as they happen. At Rodburn, at McBrayer, at Tilden Hogg, at Clearfield, at the middle school, the high school, the Head Start, the preschool, and also some open house events like the Gateway Children's Advocacy Center. You know, places like that. I think MCCC is having one, and we're going to try and be there. There's a bunch of stuff like that going on where wherever there are kids who need that kind of assistance, getting back into school, if there's anything that we can do, we want to be there and help them get a jump start starting the new semester. So our hands are so full right now that Jess and Sandy, because they're going to be going to most of those open houses personally, it's just they've got to set some stuff aside. They've got to get some stuff off their plate. So that's going to be on hiatus through all of August, but it will be back in September. And as far as I know, because September the 1st is a Thursday, I think that is when they come back. Like Sandy will be bringing back children's story time on September the 1st, and then the following Tuesday will be toddler time and preschool story time.
As far as I am aware, that is correct. That's from what I understand. Immediately after August, all of our storytime programs are coming back.
Yeah. Now there may be a little delay. It may be the following Thursday, but as far as I know right now, I think it's September the 1st is when the hiatus ends. And we also have had a hiatus end for some of our other programs that kind of went to the side during summer reading, or because of COVID. Actually, it's taken a while for some programs to come back, and now we feel like it's safe to do so. So we're bringing them back. So Teen Anime Club is back this month. I know. Yes. I am so excited for that, and we have been trying to tell everybody about it. When Matt and I were down at actually the Gateway Advocacy, like back to school bash, we were telling everybody, it's like, hey, are you 13 to 17? Because if so, you should come to Anime Club. You should.
Megan has actually been thinking about kind of rebranding, because I know that this month, tonight as we're recording this actually, so it will have happened when you're listening to this already, but they're doing Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the last session that they had, they played Five Nights at Freddy's.
And before that, I think it was they had an Among Us night.
Oh, yes, they did. Mm-hmm. So if you have any ideas, any suggestions for a rebrand on Teen Anime Night, let us know.
Yeah, because she's not just doing anime. It started that way and people got into it, but she's taking requests. It's whatever y'all who come to Anime Club want to do, that's what she wants to do, because she wants you to want to come.
Absolutely.
It is your anime club. So whatever it is that you're interested in, even if it is not anime or manga or manhwa or whatever, then that's totally fine. We have already proven that. So yeah, I see that migration kind of happening where maybe it's not Anime Club, or maybe there's going to be two separate programs.
Never know.
You never know.
It could happen.
All kinds of things, all kinds of interesting stuff's happening in our young adult department right now. And Megan is also bringing back Writer's Workshop. So y'all know by now, right, that Teen Anime Club is the first Wednesday of the month from 4 to 6. So Writer's Workshop, Megan's other program, is the last Wednesday of the month from 4 to 6. Or I'm sorry, that's 4:30 to 6:30. Is it 4:30?
4:30 to 6:30.
4:30
I believe
to 6:30.
they both are 4:30 to 6:30.
I said 4 to 6 is mine. That's the one I think of because to me the even number makes more sense or feels better to say. So that's board game night. On board is at 4 to 6.
Come to that too.
That's the last Tuesday of the month. Come to all our programs. But Teen Anime Club and Writers Workshop 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. on the first Wednesday of each month and the last Wednesday of each month, respectively. And Writers Workshop, I think this month is just going to be kind of just a general writing prompt to help people get back into it and to introduce any newcomers to the program so they can feel comfortable being there. But usually she has a prompt that is like poetry or expository writing or biography or that kind of thing, fiction and nonfiction. So that means that each month she's going to have something different to encourage people to write, to hopefully inspire you a little bit. You can look forward to that. I know that in September is also going to be a busy month for us because we have the Cave Run Storytelling Festivals coming back.
Yes, and we are so excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
This is the first Cave Run Storytelling Festival since, I guess, 2019.
Yeah.
And we are just thrilled. We could not be happier for it to be coming back this year. I think that the lineup maybe is a little bit smaller than in previous years. I feel like there are usually more than 7 storytellers there, and this year it's going to be 7. But they are 7 incredible people, incredible artists, storytellers, performers. And it's just going to be an awesome time. And of course, we will be there.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be trying to do some programming here at the library that kind of reflects the Storytelling Festival as well. Details forthcoming, so be sure to tune in for our next episode of the podcast or to keep an eye on our social media. Y'all know by now to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Goodreads and YouTube. And check out our website, of course, for more information because we are going to be perhaps doing something for Writers Workshop that has to do with the Storytelling Festival. Maybe. I don't want to put words in Megan's mouth, but that might be the theme.
Just stay tuned.
And speaking of our website, so we'll circle back around to that in just a minute. We have some big news if you haven't already heard. But before we run off on that topic, I do also want to call out that in addition to Anime Club and Writers Workshop, we have another program that is coming back off hiatus. Now, if you participated in summer reading, Cindy did some history and genealogy programs in June and July that were part of summer reading. They were specially themed. But now that summer reading is over, this month she is bringing back, or by the time you listen to this, we'll have already brought back Preserving Your Heritage, our genealogy club. And that is a great program. She really knows her stuff. She's passionate about it. And she's part of the Historical Society. And usually other people from the Historical Society come to those programs. So there's all kinds of great resources. Like, it's not just a great place, a great program to come to and learn something. But also, if you are interested in genealogy, if you're interested in local history, it is a great place to come and meet people who are also interested and to learn about it directly from other local historians who attend those programs as well. And this time coming up, well, again, this will come out on Saturday, August the 1st, or August the 6th. There we go. I said September the 1st earlier, and so that the number 1 in my head.
This will come out 4 days ago.
Yes.
Whatever today is, the 3rd, it's going to come out 2 days ago. We don't know anything.
Whenever you're listening to this, it will be posted on August the 6th, which means that this month's Preserving Your Heritage will already have happened. But her theme for August is they're exploring the history of the old Rowan County Courthouse, which is now the Rowan County Arts Center. And that is a building that has a lot of history.
It absolutely is. And it's also a building that I highly suggest, if you have never been, go check it out. It's so cool. It has, like Morgan said, an incredible amount of history. And also, it really gives you a feel for what Moorhead is and has always been, and it's just a really, really cool place to visit, whether you are from here or you're visiting or you've just moved here. Go check out the Arts Center because it's very cool.
It really is. It's a great program, and I just every month that she does it, it's something like the old Rowan County Courthouse, the history of Cave Run Lake, or like she did a family heirloom show and tell. And she's done all kinds of stuff. We have all kinds of great genealogy programs that Cindy does, and I feel like I learn something just from talking to her about the program every time, and I don't even always get to go. So if you actually attend the program, you are pretty much guaranteed to learn something. And she's got some other like speakers and presentations planned all the way through, I think, like March now. And it looked like a really good lineup. So keep an eye out for that, again, on our social media and on our website. And so now, speaking of our website, big announcement. If you haven't already heard, because we have posted it on social media, and we have been talking about it in person to people at some of the events that we have attended. We're building a new website. I'm so excited.
Are building a new website based pretty much solely on what we think is going to make the accessibility, the usage, just everything about it, the aesthetic, everything more accessible, pleasing, preferable for all of you guys. And we are so excited to be taking another step to serve our wonderful community in the best way that we possibly can.
Yeah, and we want you to be part of that because, like, we are your Rowan County Public Library, and that's not just a word. You know, we belong to you, we work for you, we work with you, and we are so happy to be able to provide the assistance and the resources that we do. And so we want to put those out in a format where people can get to them and where you want to come to our website to get news and to get updates. So we're planning a lot of great features. We are looking at, we're going to roll out some things like text notifications, mobile notifications directly to your phone. So if you register for an event, if you want to come to a program, you will be able to get there with one click, see it on our calendar, sign up for that program, or say that you want reminders like, 24 hours in advance or a week in advance. Your phone will buzz and it will tell you, hey, don't forget, you've got this tomorrow, go up to the library. So I'm so excited. And we are also asking for your input. We want to know what you want to see in our website. Because our old website is, it's old. It's old. It's outdated. It's clunky. We switched to it for a variety of reasons, and it kind of has always been a work in progress. And we've never just sat down and tied up all of the loose ends. And of course, what happens when you do that? If you are holding something to stretch the metaphor, if you were holding a piece of fabric or whatever by the loose ends and those threads are not tied off, then eventually it starts to unravel. And that's kind of what happened here is a lot of different people worked on the website. Some of those people aren't here anymore. People had different visions. And it's just not serving us. And more importantly, it's not serving you. So since that's what we want to do is serve you, our community, we are building a website. We want to know what you want to see in it. Why do you not come to our current website? What would make you come and visit our new website? What features do you want to see pushed to the front? What kinds of a user experience do you want? And one thing that I'm very, very eager to see is this is going to be a fully responsive website. So that means that whether you are using it on a computer or a mobile device, it automatically adapts and shifts everything around to make sure that it looks good and stays accessible, whether you're on your phone or your tablet too.
That's incredible. I actually didn't know that.
Yep. That's a big priority for us because we know that a lot of folks who come here to use the library have phones. They have smartphones because most people do nowadays. But not everyone has a computer at home. And sometimes that's because out here, if you live up at the very tail end of a holler, it can be difficult to get internet access.
Absolutely.
And you might not get cell phone service either. You might get half a bar if you live up, like the mountain is kind of leaning over you and there's all these trees and it's just you're so far from a tower. But you still have a smartphone because when you do leave home and you go out into town, you go traveling, you go to work, you get bars there. And it's become kind of a necessity. You have to have a smartphone these days to do most things. And the expectation is that you've got one. So a lot of folks, particularly in this area, that's the primary method of access to the internet for them. So it's very important to us. It's critical that our new website works on a phone as well as it does on a computer monitor. So that way, if you are up at the tail end of a holler, and if you stick your leg out just right and hold your tongue in the proper position and you nail that half a bar, then you will be able to visit our website and actually use it on your phone.
We want it to be worth it to do that. That's a lot to go through.
It is. Yeah, if you check out one of our hotspots and you take it home and you get internet, through our hotspot, you will be able to visit our website and actually use it and see everything and touch the buttons and make them work. It's time. It's a big step, but it's time.
I would say that our current website has served us well enough for the time that we've had it, and we appreciate what it's done for us, but things just need to be phased out sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's like an old car, right? You get your money's worth out of it, and maybe then some. But after a while, it starts to become more of a chore to maintain that old car and keep it running than it does to just get a new car, because a car payment is less than what it costs to maintain this old rust bucket that's falling apart around you, because you're constantly, it's like, oh no, I've got to put in a whole new transmission.
Right.
And it's like, well, for that would have paid 3 months worth of payments on a new car.
Exactly.
So let's just get a new car. And hopefully it will be one that everyone is comfortable riding around in. I'm looking forward to it. And I can't talk too much about what it's going to look like yet, because we are still in the early phases of deciding things like what to keep from our old website, what needs to go, how to rearrange stuff, where we're going to put things. I do know that we are going to have dedicated departmental landing pages for our children's section, for our teen and young adult section, and for our adult services. So that way we'll have a homepage that's got everything on it. We'll have the blog. We are going to have book rivers where you can page through and you'll be able to see things like our staff picks and other special collections that we put up there. And those will be like a one-click experience where if you see a book that you like, you can click on it and you can jump to our catalog and check it out. You can get all of the information there. So it will not just be a visual representation. It will actually be interactive. Our blog will be pushed to the front because that's very important. We want to start using that more. We want that to have more life. Atlanta's done such a fantastic job.
She absolutely has. She really has just completely revived it.
She really has.
I mean, it was something that went to the wayside for, in my opinion, way too long. And she's so passionate about it and just excellent at putting it together, and everyone should go check it out.
You should, because she gives great reader's advisory, and that is primarily what the blog is. But we've also had some other posts, and not just by her, but by Tracy and other folks here on staff. And I think that helps us to connect with people and show that there's more going on here than just checking out materials.
Absolutely.
That we're thinking about other stuff in the background and that we're trying to involve you. So if you have topics that you want to hear about, if there's something in particular that you would like for us to discuss either here on the podcast or in the blog, and you want our input on things, on stuff that we do here on the library or things that we're doing out in the community, then feel free to let us know. And we're happy to write about it or talk about it and have that conversation with you in whatever format that it takes. But I think that the blog we're really going to try to push that to the front where people can access it, because part of it right now is it's like kind of a button off to the side. Not everybody knows that it's there, and you're missing out on some great content. So we're going to push that where it's very visible and you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to click over to the children's department, to the teen department, to the adult department, and see in like very clearly, vivid colors, big bold letters, here is what we are doing in each of those sections of the library. Here's upcoming stuff. And the biggest thing that I'm excited about, my favorite feature of this new website, is we are going to have a revamped calendar system.
That is absolutely the thing that I personally think patrons will be most excited about as well. I think you guys are going to absolutely love the new calendar system, because 9 out of 10 questions that we get about our website currently is, how do I find when that program is?
Yeah.
How do I find what time that's happening? How do I find what age groups that's for?
Yep. And this way, that will be it'll be available with one click from anywhere on the website. And we're going to have it so that highlighted events or upcoming events are kind of always in the corner of your eye or in your face, so that way, no matter whether you're on the homepage or if you click over to the children's department, wherever you're at, you will always see what's going on there that's relevant to you. So, for example, if you are a parent and maybe you don't come to a lot of our adult programs because you're busy, you don't have time, you're not interested, that's fine. But you've got children and you bring them to a lot of our children's programs. And that's why you come to the library, and that's the information you're looking for. You'll be able to get that with one click by going to either the calendar or to our children's services page and seeing the calendar that is already pre-filtered. But you can go to the calendar and you'll be able to filter it by things like show me only children's programming, show me only adult programming, only teen programming, show me only family programming that's for all ages, show me the bookmobile schedule or offsite events where we're going to be at things like Eagle Fest or these upcoming school open houses, for example. You'll be able to filter also by like a full month view, or by just like programs that are upcoming, or you'll be able to view 1 week at a time. And anytime that you click on a program, you will have all of the information in one place. You'll see not only when it is, but what room it's going to be in. You'll be able to register from that same page without leaving it if it is a program that requires registration in advance. And you'll be able to do things like sign up for notifications and stuff, so that way, if it is a program that you want to remember to come to and not miss out on, then no big deal. It will send a message straight to your phone or to your tablet or your email address or whatever and say, hey, don't forget, Chow Club is this Tuesday, remember.
Which, I don't know about you guys, but that is absolutely a tool that I need.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have. It's not even that I get easily distracted or that I have a short attention span or that I'm forgetful. It is just I am so busy. Something will get lost in the cracks if I do not make a note about it. And that's one of the reasons why I think so many people do have smartphones and stuff, is because notifications, you can get your email anywhere and you can be like, hey, Google, set a timer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know y'all are busy too.
Yeah,
we just want to do whatever we can to make your life as easy as possible in our little corner of the world. So
yeah, and so that way, it'll be good all the way around. It means that instead of, for example, everything that we do being a Facebook event, it will be on the library calendar, and we can post a link on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram that goes to that event on the calendar. So you click one time. And if that's where you get most of your library news is from, say, our Facebook as opposed to our website, you can still follow us there. And when you click that link, it will jump you to that event on the calendar, and you will get everything in one page. And again, you'll be able to register and set up notifications from that page without having to leave it if that is what you want to do. So I hope that that's going to make it a lot easier for everybody, and it will make the website a destination where that will be the first place that you will come for information about what's going on at the library, other than maybe the front desk. I think that it'll be great.
I think that we're really transitioning into an era of, a lot of libraries don't have specifically reference desks anymore, or areas specifically where you go just to get the information that you need about. And of course, I mean, at the front desk, we're always going to be able to tell you whatever you want to know about our programming, our events, anything that's going on at the library. But I think that it really is becoming very important for websites to act as reference desks.
Yeah, I think the trend right now in the library world is you need to have a mindset of treating your website as a digital branch of the library.
Absolutely.
Libraries, big systems have branch offices in different parts of their communities. And, our bookmobile, for example, is a branch of the library. It is a library unto itself, and it works with us. Marilyn and Matt work with us here at the main library to get services to the people who need them in the way that they need them. But it travels around and it has its own inventory and it does its own services, its own thing. So our website needs to be the same. And this is also going to help us with stuff like that where, you can get digital reference. There will be like a built-in chat feature so that you can speak to someone, kind of like a lot right now when someone needs help from the library and they can't come in and they don't want to call, they will direct messages on Facebook with Facebook Messenger. And that's fine. And we do watch the Facebook page, but also Facebook might not be around forever and not everybody uses Facebook. It's not a universal platform. And it's going through changes where sometimes people leave it. And then if they stop using Facebook, what are you supposed to do now? So this will be a place that you can go to always communicate directly with us and get help. And it will also be a place where we will be able to host things like virtual events. Like, for example, when we did our Shark Watch party with Newport Aquarium, we'll be able to host live streams and videos and stuff on there and keep that on the website so that you can always go to that place. And, a website, the great thing about it is platform agnostic. You can get to it whether you're on Chrome or Firefox or Microsoft Edge, although why would you be on Microsoft Edge?
Please
or
delete
Safari?
Microsoft Edge from your device. If you have it downloaded, just...
No, it's bloatware. You can't delete it. You can't uninstall.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, you used to be able to do that. You could uninstall Internet Explorer from your Windows computer. If you have Microsoft Edge, you can't get rid of it.
I'm so sorry to anyone who has Microsoft Edge. I mean, obviously, still stop using it, though. Really.
Microsoft Edge exists only to download and install Chrome and Firefox.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. No shade, just facts.
All shade.
I just got so much cooler in here.
Wow. Why is it so dark all of a sudden?
Well, so that means that whether you use any internet browser or if you are on any social media platform, you don't have to worry about I don't use Facebook. I only use Instagram. Or, I'm not on Instagram. I'm only on Twitter. You don't have to worry because you can go to our website no matter what. And then if you're not a Twitter user, if you're not a Facebook user, it's fine. And you'll still be able to attend our digital events, our virtual events, hybrid events and presentations. And I think that's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. And let me tell you guys, that chat feature is going to change the world. I worked very briefly for a year at one of the libraries, the Central Library in Lexington. And we had a chat feature there on our website. And it was just absolutely incredible because, we do have people who are watching our Facebook page and who are keeping up with our messenger, but it can't be everybody. It can't be everybody all at once. And obviously, at the front desk, our computers, we don't have access to Facebook Messenger. And so to have people on circulation who will have access to in real time live chat with anybody that has a question that sometimes maybe circulation can answer best is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to serve you guys so much more quickly, efficiently. It's just going to be awesome. There are so many features of this website that are going to be so cool, and we just can't wait to get it rolled out for you guys.
Yeah, because we're talking about online library card signups. We're talking about, being able to host our own images and, our own videos and content, stuff like that. So that means you'll be able to, for example, come to the website to find episodes of the podcast. You will be able to go on the blog and you will be able to see, all of this different readers advisory in multiple places. And you'll be able to filter that calendar, send events directly to your phone. It's going to be great. I'm very excited that we're able to bring this to you. It's very, very cool. It's very cool. So that said, it's going to be a while. We don't know how long it's going to take, but that's okay. We're taking our time to make sure that it gets done right. And there will be, multiple drafts of the website before we roll it out. And we've already done one round of asking for your input, for community input. We'll do another round later on saying, okay, so here's the first draft of the website. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What would you change? How easy is it to find things, and so forth? And then we'll go from there. And then when we're ready to do a big launch, we will let you know. So keep your ear tuned to the podcast and keep an eye out on social media and so forth, because we'll be changing things, like changing a little of what we're doing when the website does roll out. For example, like I already said, we won't be doing Facebook events the same way anymore, because instead it'll be posting a link that takes you to the event on the calendar, which is going to be much better, because if you just say, okay, I'm going to come to this Facebook event, you're only going to get Facebook notifications about it. And that also has nothing to do with like registering for the program. So if you have to register for it, then you're going to have to go to our website anyway, or come in person, fill out a form. This is going to eliminate those steps and make it easier. But we will walk you all through it, and we will be here during the transition as we make all of those changes to make them as painless as possible and to make them a positive thing instead of something that you hate to see coming, something that you feel like you need to complain about. So, we've talked about programs. We have talked about the website. We should also mention, since this is all good news, this is all cool stuff, we should briefly talk about the unpleasant stuff that is going on, because we know a lot of folks, not in our immediate area, but in eastern Kentucky, have been affected by this awful weather and by especially this flooding that has happened.
Yeah, it's really been devastating to see all of the media coverage on it and all of the pictures that people are posting online. And it is just surreal to think that it's happening this close to home, because it doesn't matter that we don't personally know these people, that they aren't people that we have met. They're still our people. They're our neighbors. This is happening in our state and even our region.
Yeah.
And it is just, it's really heartbreaking, and we want to do whatever we possibly can to help. And even if that isn't a lot, even if there's not really a lot that anyone can do to, bring back people's homes and careers and lives, and unfortunately even family members at this point, what we can do is help make the process of donating supplies that affected people need a little bit easier. So we are a donation site for flood relief. The only things I believe that we are not accepting are clothes and children's toys. But anything else that you want to bring, we're accepting, non-perishable food items. We're accepting items for babies, infants, such as, formula, bottles, diapers, anything like that. Let us know if you're bringing a really big donation in advance so that we're sure that we have room for it. But we absolutely will take it off your hands and get it where it needs to go. If you have anything that you would like to donate, please bring it here.
Yeah, we're working with other libraries throughout the area and other community organizations to make sure that those supplies and those donations get where they can do the most good. Because, many of us have been through similar disasters. It feels like, even though now it's been almost a decade, I guess, but it feels like it was just yesterday that those big tornadoes tore through Morgan County and West Liberty, and just the devastation, the historical buildings that were lost. And thankfully, the death count has been fairly low in these floods, in context of how widespread they have been. But we still have lost people, and there are a lot of people who haven't lost their lives, but their lives have still been destroyed, and that's tough to bounce back from. And so that's why we're helping. So whatever you can do to help, of course, feel free to come here, and we're happy to point you in the direction of more resources and other community organizations where you can contribute more. But if you just want to bring a donation, we are absolutely glad to take it.
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that that goes to the people who need it the most.
And we do have out in our vestibule, when you first walk into the library, there's a community bulletin board, and we do have some resources posted out there as well. If you would like to just come in and check that out without even interacting with anybody, we urge you to do that. And I know that a lot of people who were affected really severely by this flooding are finding themselves in other areas of Kentucky because they have had to evacuate. So if anybody is in our immediate area, of course, if anybody needs, at least for the hours that we are open, a place to go, a place that is safe and dry and that has internet access. Maybe, people are still having a hard time reaching members of their family. If you need to come here to try to contact somebody, let someone know that you're okay. Please utilize us for anything that you possibly can. We really want to do anything that we are able to do to help. And if there is anything else that we could be doing, anything that we could do to better serve you, we want to know that. So give us a call, come in, whatever we can do for you, we want to do it.
And remember that, even our basic library services, if that's useful to you, like just checking out books and movies and video games and things like that, if you need a distraction, if you need study materials, anything like that, it is absolutely free to get a library card if you live anywhere in Kentucky. So if you're not a resident of Rowan County and you're here staying with family, staying in a shelter, that's fine. And if because of the flood or for some other reason you don't have a permanent address, you can still get a temporary library card and we will still check things out to you.
We can also, if you've been affected by the flooding, and we require typically a photo ID to get a library card with us, whether it's temporary or not. But if you have been affected by the flooding and you've lost your ID, we can take care of getting a temporary card made for you, at least in the meantime.
Yeah, we can flex.
So that we will be able to provide some materials to you to maybe help get your mind off of things, or so that you can have access to our computers if you need them. We really just want to do whatever we possibly can to help.
So to find out more, reach out to us. Give us a call, 606-784-7137, or visit us online at rowancountylibrary.org. And that way you can see everything that we're doing, but you can also get in touch with us. You can email us from there, reach out to us however you need. And don't forget to follow us on social media as well, and we will have updates and so forth about all of these things. Whether that's programming, whether that's flood relief, anything else that we do, it'll be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, and YouTube. So we will see you next time, and our next episode, of course, will be up on the third Saturday of the month, which is going to be August the 20th. And then we will be talking about all of the cool stuff that we're doing in September that you can look forward to. And we will have details about programs and events that are upcoming then, and any other changes or cool news. So don't miss that. We will see you next time. And I'm Morgan.
I'm Emery.
And this has been The Reading Room, the podcast brought to you by your Rowan County Public Library.